Hi y'all. What's up, y'all? How everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat with a thumb chat. Man, this finna be the biggest receipt in the game. So let me drop a disclaimer. Disclaimer: fair use at education purpose use only. All rights, image, and music clips and other material belong to their prospective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Now look, gang. Y'all know my last live, I flipped this image, right, of the watch, and that junk said 3:15. It's saying 3:15. So that means they placed that girl in that freezer before 3:15. And they took pictures of the watch. Right? Because once you match this timestamp up when they took the watch off the body and took photos, it's 9 o'clock. Meaning that he's going to be at 9 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock at night, right? And Miss Teresa made a post saying, allegedly, they found Kenneka body at 10:14. Saturday night at 10:14. Meaning that they took a picture of this watch an hour before Miss Teresa knew they found her in the freezer. So, boom. That means she was placed on her back. And at some point of time, somebody flipped her to take the second photo and say she laid down and suffered. You know, it's laid like what they said. She went in the freezer and laid down and went to sleep, according to MTV documentary and stuff. So now watch this. We're going to flip the image. All right. Once you flip it, it's 3:15. It's 3:15. So that means, hold up.
It's a different set. It's a different it's a new shift, and they said that they haven't seen it. Well, of course they wouldn't have seen it because this is like 3 or 4 in the morning.
All right. Now, according to Kenneka watch, look what will be going on the footage at 3-something. And everybody know 3-something is 5-something. For the people that's tuning in and don't know what's going on, when I be mentioning the timestamp, everybody know to knock 2 hours off the footage. So, for a prime example, 3 o'clock is actually 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock is actually 2 o'clock. 5 o'clock is actually 3 o'clock. So once you watching the footage at 5 o'clock, you basically watching what was going on at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? So in the 911 call, then Miss Teresa said, my daughter was downstairs with a group of girls and a group of guys. Guess what time that's going to be? At 1-something. This is the only time you'll see Kenneka in the lobby. Watch this, y'all. Let me blow it up on the big screen. Check this out. Y'all remember this? 3:20. Kenneka is seen on the surveillance video, staggering drunk near the front desk. So everybody was confused, was like, well, wait a minute. We don't see her at all on the footage. In reality, we actually did. Ball is Kenneka, and I'm finna prove it. Check this out.
In this article right here, at 3:20 a.m., this is what was going on in that lobby. Pay attention.
Now this would be at one song. Matter of fact, at one song. Look, that's Kenneka, bruh. Match the jacket up with this image I'm finna show you. Look, boom. You see that? That's Kenneka, bruh. The jacket is a dead giveaway. Look, that's how Kenneka stand. That's how Kenneka stand, and that's how she walk, bruh. Look, boom. She got her phone in her hand. Now, this, look, she got the same jacket on the obituary. Y'all remember this photo right here? That's the same jacket. Only thing that's a dead giveaway is to her. Cause you see, you know, like she got, you know what I'm saying? You know, in 54 time out, Bunte knots or some stuff like that, Buntu knots. But either way it go, that's Kenneka meeting up with dude in the lobby at one song. This how Kenneka would make it outside. Watch this, gang. There's her in that lobby. And watch this.
I was a manager. You see this in a video. When a manager knocked on the door, whoever it was, Kenneka was one of the persons that went to the door and they say that was a manager. You see this in a video.
So when we all were watching TY live video and thinking Kenneka in the room, Kenneka is in that lobby, bro. That's why they needed us to believe that she would still be in the room, partnering with everybody else when the manager, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's when that's gonna be in TY live. So look, this is gonna be at 1:15. This footage timestamp is at 1:15. Keep this in mind, the girl finna end up in the freezer at 3:15. Before 3:15, what the watch say, right? With the watch. So Leonora sitting up here live, telling everybody, yeah, we got 5 other videos that's already edited and they got us believing at a certain time frame. But so let's debunk that. So Kenneka gonna be in the lobby, according to Miss Teresa, out her mouth on the radio interview. That lady said, yeah, the field photo. What the field photo show, gang? When the reporter asked Miss Teresa, yeah, tell us about, is Kenneka on that footage? They were like, yeah, they showed Kenneka a photo, the field photo that's showing Kenneka in the lobby. And this the photo where the surveillance footage. So
she was drunk and she had to come up missing around 3-something, not 2-something.
So that's why on the surveillance footage, they knew she gonna be in the lobby at one some. Since they tampered with the timestamp, she gonna make it look like, yeah, she had to come up missing around 3-something, cause that's what the last time they gonna that's what they know Kenneka was in that lobby one some, bruh. They know she was in that lobby at one some, bruh. And the footage showing this the whole time. So why Leonora lying? Cause she got to cover up her tracks. Cause guess who was in the lobby before all of this happened? Her, Leonora, and the rest of the family and friends. That's why Mr. Reese was like, show us that parking lot footage. And we were like, yeah, we want to see that parking lot footage. You never got the parking lot footage that we want to see, right? So that means if Kenneka was coming in that hotel at one something, don't it would match up? Why they agreed to be like, look, just show Kenneka coming in the hotel at one something down the food court hall, but really one something is goddamn it at three something on the footage what we just saw. So that means Kenneka had slick came from the DoubleTree. Came from the DoubleTree to the Crown Plaza. You see what I'm saying? And watch this. Check this out.
It ain't adding up because we got like 5 more videos. So what they saying not adding up. They say it was at 320. She was thumbing. They say she was thumbing. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that, but that's why her name showed up. I mean, that's why it popped up her being in the lobby. So Crown Plaza was gonna be like, well, she in the lobby and she on surveillance footage. Everybody know this. So they just said, well, we just gonna say she was drunk staggering, you know, near the lobby and end up on the elevators. And then they gonna give us that footage of her best friend playing her at this time. That's when you see Zaria on the footage getting off on the elevator dressed like Kenneka, bobbing in the wall, trying to sell the story. But everybody know that's that girl in that lobby. And then look.
When this girl walked through the lobby, I started to call her Baw's because of her hairstyle. You know, y'all know how I feel about that. It ain't for everybody. But she comes in, she started talking to the guy that we know to be Trevante Howard, and then him and her leave out.
So 54 really finna get exposed cause she the one that got everybody, when we first saw this video, everybody like, there go Kenneka right there. But guess who distracted us? 54 Keys. Say that ain't Kenneka, that's Ball because of the hair situation. Keep this in mind, her best friend is a hairstylist. So it ain't no telling what was going on at the DoubleTree. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they lure her to the movie, right? Because on September the 6th, if you think about September the 6th, all of this finna make sense. That's why Gina McGill was telling Zach about, yeah, you know the people with the luggage. Peep the game on that. Man, you got Kenneka in the lobby the whole time. There's probably the code word with letting Zach know, like, look, Kenneka, that's Kenneka on that lobby with where those people with those luggage, and the police is there. You see what I'm saying? So look, this is actually Kenneka. So the question is, where's she coming from? Because she ain't coming from room 926. Clearly, I saw the girl coming from this way, meeting up with him. So clearly, wherever she came from, she had to come from the DoubleTree to her. So that means this live video right here could have been actually on the 6th. When she got, look, bro. So watch this.
Now don't forget, in that article, it said that at 3:20, she was seen on surveillance staggering, drunk, near the front desk. She ain't look like.
So Rosemont was telling the truth. She gonna be, only thing Rosemont did in the Crown Plaza did was just manipulated the time, knocked it up 2 hours. and Leonora and them, since they are part of the setup, you seen the setup on the video when it come to the family, right? So Leonora had, and the mama had to be like, man, look, we need to drop those Irene live video right now and say this was going on between the hours of 2 and 3 o'clock. Cause they trying to, you see that? It's get away from this scene right here, bro. You see what I'm saying? Check this out. That's why Andrew Holmes said what he said.
She was staggering to me.
Now here's the kicker. 3:15 now. What's on the watch? That means they place her in the freezer within that hour. So look what's on the footage when you knock 2 hours off the footage. Check this out. You see what time this is? 3:27. That's where the coffee cups come in at. That's where the coffees come in at. That's where Red Jacket come in. Then look, if you notice, that's who left the coffee cup. That's who left the coffee cup on the sink. He finna come in with it. There he go. There he go with the coffee cup in his hand that was there on top of the sink, bro. No wonder why they meeting up right here. They just placed the girl in the freezer and they got photos of this already. Hold up. Check this out. Hey, Mercedes, this finna come up, cause watch this. When you say who went in her pockets, the surveillance footage finna show all of this. Just thumb the video up, sure, so everybody can see what we've been seeing the whole time. Look, watch this. Let's play that footage. He got the coffee cup in his hand. So boom, they meeting up, they talk. It's heated at this point. Boom. You see this? He's showing them something. They're trying to stay off the camera a little bit. Check it out. This at 3:29. So this basically like 10 minutes after when they took photos of her in the freezer. So if you read the body language, he telling him cut the freezer on. That's how the pound. Y'all see he leaving with the cup. The man left with the cup in his hand. That's the cup you're gonna see on top of the sink in the freezer. See what I'm saying? So boom, watch this. That's why they bringing all those cups out that area, bruh. Cause they needed a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they be down here in the kitchen? Then you got the maintenance man with tape in his hand. Boom. This at 3:30. 3:31. So what you think what's going on now? So watch this. This at boom 3:36. You got the maintenance man running in and out. Boom, still bringing cups in that job. So the maintenance man come. Boom, look what's in his hand. Bam, look what's in his hand. Wham, it's getting real serious now. Check it out. Boom. What? She was somewhere floating. You know, they got to be in a puddle of water or something. And next thing you know, that's why cause if you just seen Kenneka 2 hours ago leaving from the lobby, when then the fight took place? In the lobby, because Mitch Teresa confirmed that it's going to be a struggle in the parking lot. Watch this. I'm finna show y'all the footage when he was in the lobby counting money, and once you see this video, you're gonna be like, golly. Look, three some. Look what they'll be talking about after 15, 20 minutes of putting the body in the freezer. That's what a person gonna be talking about. Boom, get over there. Let me tell you something. All right, give it to me, Jack. Back up, let me see, you know what I'm saying? Get off that camera. Boom. This just to show you they know to talk off the camera. They know to talk off the camera. So guess how when you see them walking, you don't think they're gonna be trying to dodge the camera? So now look, check this out. What Risco at? If you look at his reaction, he was arguing with somebody that was there at the scene. Boom. What? Really? Now check it out. Boom. This is at 3-something the whole time. So he pointing up there to the front desk. And whatever he's saying, what was going on at the front desk, he mad at them too. Man, we finna go to the front desk, the lobby, all in 3-something, bro. Check this out. Oh, it ain't over with. It ain't even over with. This at 3:52. Still rapping about it. That's why those YouTubers that had all those 36-hour footage, they ain't released not this video. So boom. So I'm like, damn, look at all this footage that people got access to. And I'm like, they ain't even trying to release none of this. Why? I'm like, look, nobody don't want to talk about this, because I see why they didn't want to release that. Boom. Dragging the body. So it sounds like they were making them do something. This is what I'm reading. They when it happened, they got a problem with moving the body. And they help move the body. And then look, boom, they talking about it. Boom, go around the curb, bam. And they like, damn, you know what I'm saying, man? We done moved the body. I don't trust this shit. You know what the fuck happened? Bro, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna lose none of this shit. I'm married, we got kids and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they got us doing this dumbass shit. Man, somebody just died in the hotel. Kenneka Martin just died in the hotel. No wonder. Look, if you at a hotel and somebody died and you cooperated in the murder, now look at this. Now, watch this video. And I'm going to get back to this name right here. This peso dude right here. Now check this out. Now watch front desk, gang. Now watch the front desk. And they will be rapping. This at 3:44. So that's why I was matching the timestamp of it, you know, because, you know, the footage be skipping so much. So boom, he on the phone. Bam, why they back here? Yeah, that's what they doing. They talking about the cover up. They talking about the cover up. So look how the time matching up with this. Boom, look at him. Boy, he nervous. Y'all, let's get the lights up. We got 200 in the chat. We need to get at least 150 right now, gang, to share this. This is the real deal, Jack. Boom. So look. This at 3:45. She already in the freezer at this point. When you go to the Kilo Brown story, she confirmed the police gonna be downstairs. Look, that's why these people gonna be showing up. Guess where they finna go? Downstairs. Downstairs. And we finna watch all of this on the surveillance footage. So actually, this at 3 some. Keep the narrative in mind when Lyra Norris said, yeah, she had to come up missing around 3 some instead of 2 some. Check out the maintenance man. Boom. Check him out. He seen everything. He gonna be there and witness everything, bruh. And y'all remember what in the leather French cave? Y'all see how that dude just look. Y'all see, look, y'all just see that dude right there. Ooh-wee. All of this finna make sense. 349. Look, everything playing out. Boom. So wham. Look, the front desk. If you look at the front desk, man, that man in stuck mode. That man in stuck mode, bro. Cause look what just happened. You got a body in the freezer. You know it's a body in the freezer. You can't focus on your work. You can't do nothing but your mind is racing. That man mind racing right now, bro. That's why you're gonna see all the employees at 3 some. So if you knock it up 2 hours, it make it look like the shift change. You see what I'm saying? That's why Mitch Reese said, yeah, when they brought me my car, I came right up here at 5 some and switch it. You know what I'm saying? And switch her story, cause she couldn't say that then. You know what I'm saying? So now you see why they like, look. Show this footage. We got to show them the footage. Just bump it up 2 hours and we can switch the narrative on. And Miss Teresa and them agreed with it. Boom. And he jumped back. So that sounds like she done got hit with something and he went back like, whoa. Look at front desk though. Now this finna go on 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock. Remember what Miss Teresa's story? I got to call that 4 some. I believe her 4 some is 2 some if you knocking 2 hours off the footage. So that means, goddamn it, Miss Teresa would be getting. That's why Miss Teresa would be calling the hotel exactly at 2:30. Talking about check the old cameras. I mean, that's why you got Fred's Cave on the scene. And check this out. Make it so bad. Now I understand at 1 something, French Craig grabbed those keys, bruh. Like he grabbing keys now. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, damn. Look where Franz K about to go. That's why when Franz K said he even helped put her in the freezer. You tell me, look, y'all remember they got pictures, a video of Monique. I'm glad that you brought that up because Straight Drop brought that out. Straight Drop got the video of them walking somewhere in the kitchen of the hotel. Guess what time that's going to be then? Round 1 and 2 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? And guess who all gonna be down there then? Irene, Monifa. Guess when you gonna see Irene leave? Exactly at 2:30. Man, keys and walkie-talkies. They gonna explain everything, bruh. Boom. Dragging the body. Then he laughing when he did that motion. You know what I'm saying? From this pacing back and forth, boom. So he just got a call, right? So he talking on the intercom. He don't want to pick the phone up and put it to his ear. You know what I'm saying? He even describing how they finna drag her in there and close the freezer door. So he got a walkie-talkie on this here. So every time when the front desk get on the walkie-talkie, he gonna hear everything. So when we see front desk on the walkie-talkie, he gonna hear everything. And then it would make sense if they putting her in the freezer. That would make sense that Shamaya, boom, will have a walkie-talkie, walking and meeting up with these people downstairs. So, cause in the beginning they showed us at 4 something. That's when they was on the lower level. Bree them, Ty them, Shamaya, Monifa, all them down there. That's at 4 something. But since you knocked 2 hours out, that's gonna be at 2 something. So think about that video where Irene was like, yeah, now you got to call, now you got to confess. But if you put the timestamp together, shit, you see Irene walking out the door when the video being shot. So all of them gonna be down there. All of them gonna be down there, bro. Cause Irene gonna be seen in the lobby leaving, going straight down there when the video been shot. So boom. Let me show y'all this. Hold on, gang. Hold up. Where I need to go to, let me break it down. It's gonna be right up in her gang. We just watched that one. I need the hour later, John. I gotta keep scrolling. This one. Right here. Look at this. What time do that say? They said 2:54 going on 3 o'clock. And when you look at the crime scene photo when Kenneka pocket was turned out, inside and out. Watch this. Boom. Ooh wee. My bad, gang. I'm on mute. Damn, my bad. I ain't muting this junk no more. Here go the phone. Check this out. If you look at Shemaya arms, she don't have a foam in her hand. See that? Bare-handed. It's a foam on the seat. She finna go grab the foam off the seat. Watch her. Look at her arm. Boom. Grab it straight off the seat. Here we go again. Slick with it. See that? So what I was basically saying is, check this out. Guess who placed the foam in the seat? Man, Greg Hughes got content about Kenneka phone being at the front desk. Boy, look at a lot of shit y'all miss on this, John. Hold on. And this at threesome. It's on video. She spot the phone, boom. That's why she sit right there to go get the phone. Bam, let me pick that up right quick. Boom, boom, boom. Scroll down, bam, bam. Let me cuff that John a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Set the phone back down. She talking to somebody on the walkie-talkie. You see that? She talking to somebody. Oh! Oh! What that look like? Watch this. Watch, she finna put that phone down. Boom, she put the phone down. You just see the walkie-talkie came out. Look. She grabbed the walkie-talkie. Now she finna put it up. Boom! Talking there directly to it. Why she cuffed that John? Then look, she finna cuff. Ooh, she cuffed that John so cold. Look, boom. Man, we need to get the lights up, y'all. Check this out. We gotta get the lights up for that girl, bruh. That's why they finna go downstairs on the lower level. If Kenneka body was in the freezer at 3:15, why you think they heading down there before 3:15? Boom! Get the message. Now they finna get out of there. All right. She even got it in her hand. Look. She even got the walkie-talkie in her hand. That's why her hand is in her sleeve, because she don't want nobody to see. You know what I'm saying? She got a walkie-talkie, bro. Look at this. Boom, cuffing that giant. That's why they would have their shoes off. Now look, he finna roll. Guess where he finna go? He know where to go. He finna follow straight behind them. Look where the maintenance man finna go. Boom! Straight behind him. Guess what the front desk finna be doing? Hold up. Miss Teresa said they kept calling my phone around 3-something. Hold on, watch this. Ain't this at 3:30? Ain't this at 3:30? 15 minutes after when Kenneka in the freezer, on her back. Watch this, boom. Yeah, remember that. Remember this. Keep this in mind. The red jacket is the only one that had a coffee cup with a colorful lid on it. Not like what he got in his hand. That's why he told him about the freezer. Cut that junk on. $3.39. Boom. Coming from the... Ooh. Why he went to the water fountain? Then boom. Ain't that go Key Jen? The Key Jen lady that I was exposing, that was talking to the other girl. She a YouTuber. That go a YouTuber just came out the bathroom that work at the hotel. In case you didn't know that. In case you didn't know that. At 3:40, going on 4 o'clock, with the maintenance man. Come on, bruh. Man, them folk thought nobody was gonna catch on to this. Boom. Wham. Now look at all the activity that will be down here at 3-something going on 4 o'clock. Boom. Bam, then you got the shelf. So if I was watching this video and I'm like, wait a minute, man, it's too many people running in and out the kitchen, and they supposed to have a body in here and nobody didn't see her. And then the way I'm looking at the footage, the way they in and out the kitchen because of the cover come, I'm like, man, look, is Kenneka here? And is he moving her to the upper kitchen? Look how close I was. Look how, well, this ain't even close. Look how I was hitting it on the nail, but didn't even know this was 2 hours off. I'm just going along with the timestamps on 5:54. Check it out. That's why you got front desk down here. Guess what time this going to be? 4:20 in the morning. That's why you got the chef pearl. Then he keep running back here. So I'm like, man, look, cause that what make me think, and I'm like, Kenneka got to be still down here, bro, cause they interested in this area alone. They keep running in the area they're not designed to be in. You see what I'm saying? Check this out. Trey Gang So Cold. I labeled this as stage the crime scene because I'm like, man, they staging the crime scene, and I ain't even know the times at the time. But since I know the time now, look how this look. Look what this look like when you knock 2 hours off the footage. Watch this, y'all. Look at this shit. What? 12:31. 12:31. Police there. 12:33. That's why you see cleaning crews there, because they're supposed to be at the crime. So that means, whoa, is they preparing for what's about to happen? Look at this. And let's see what we're going to start seeing. Man, this so crazy, bruh. That's why they added the night in the tent with this same footage. So I always wanted to know that, look, you got Risco, the beverage manager. You got all these police on the scene. This would be at 1:47 if you knock 2 hours off the footage. The whole hotel on lockdown. Then they just sitting on front of the camera discussing shit. You see what I'm saying? This would be at 2 some. Right? Bam. So look, man, Miss Teresa got a whole lot to explain to do. Man, that lady, these folks got to come clean, bro. Hold on. They really got to have to come clean. Let's get to this. What my video with? Let me play this video and see, do this ring a bell? All right. That's when I start tracking his move. Let me, so you can see this stuff. All right, boom, check this out. So everybody remember this, right? Now let this play. See that? I don't think he a manager. I think he's security too. So when I was looking in the trash can, I'm like, man, why they getting that trash can? Because we already see who was in and out that trash can. And it's strange that he interested. Let me get this out of her and dump it. Look at Red Jacket. He was already counting the money. Now look at his route now. Always coming out the kitchen. Upper kitchen. Look at his route. Downstairs. Here. Walking here. And this at 4 in the morning. This at 4 in the morning. Bam. Check him out. He finna go straight to the luggage room. Guess what he gonna have in his hand? More coffee cups. See that? See that? And he's still on his ass. Cause he doing too much, bruh. It's like he going back and forth to the crime scene. Keep this in mind when Mitch Reason said, yeah, I got the call at 4:34. So look what's on the footage at 4:34. He mad at him. Now watch this. Check them out. They leave out the office. Boom. Keep your eyes on her. I know who exactly that is. She married to a police officer. Look, red jacket come out. Boom. He's still on his ass. Check this out. You see how everything's still heated? This at 4:14 in the morning. An hour of the pictures they took it a while. Look where he had now. Boom. Now look. That's when I got Liv Renor. Look what Liv Renor look. Y'all see what Liv Renor and them coming from? From the back dock. Coming to the hotel. Look what time this is. Y'all remember that live Mitch Reason said Liv Renor was at the hotel around about 12 something because she said, can y'all check those cameras? And they said you need a missing person report, and she forgot to put her signature on the missing person report. Look what this footage would be showing. 2 hours off. Look, watch how they look, watch this. Went straight to dude. They went straight to dude that was in the back office talking to the maintenance man. You see what I'm saying? Look, they went straight to who? Him. That's the wrong thing to do on the footage is go straight to, you gotta make it look like, let me go like I ain't never been here before. Let me go to the front desk. Can I talk to somebody? You going straight to the people. Watch this. Go straight to dude. Went straight to him. Not stopping at the front desk. Guess what? Look, boom. He finna go get. Come on, bruh. Then he go get Risco. The one that. Now you see what they talking about. It's not about, yeah, my sister with her and she came up missing. It's like, man, look, what's up? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look. You need to come up with those videos and change the timestamp on those videos. Say she came out that room between hours of 2 and 3 to keep it in conspiracy mode. Because we don't want to get exposed to this Kenneka in that lobby and 54 saying it's ball. That's why she gonna be on that walkie talkie. See, I'm watching everybody movement. Everybody that acting strange and all this old shit. That's why I see why she on the move. Because these people married to the police officer, bro. They know what I'm saying? So boom, check this out. Look who all gonna be in the lobby. Just pay attention to the lobby while all this shit going on, right? Just check it out. You're right, Mike Savage, cause look, they ain't even try to play it off on the footage, cause they ain't even thinking about playing at this time. They went straight to the perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, if you come from out the parking garage or the back, look, cause you see them come out the lobby. I mean, not the lobby, but the parking lot, right? It make it look like they coming out the parking garage. But they could be coming out somewhere in their kitchen, and when they came out the kitchen, now they meeting up with the dude that was in and out the kitchen, and they meeting up with Risco. Then look, when Risco got paper in his hands, so Risco come to her with paper in his hand. Look, check what Risco finna do. Boom, he finna go back and holler at them, and they finna walk straight back to the parking garage, right? To the parking garage. This when they finna go to the police station. Check this out. This is not 12:29. If you knock 2 hours off this, guess what time this gonna be? 10:29 in the morning. And guess when you're gonna see her again pop up in the lobby again. So when Miss Teresa said about that missing person report, the reason why Kenneka came back up to the hotel, not because of missing person report, not because it's because she forgot to put her signature. And you would see like, damn, if I see Leonora, you know what I'm saying, an hour later going on 12, right? Because you know when she show up, it's gonna be like on the footage, it's gonna be like at 1:30, 1:50, going on 12. You see what I'm saying? So watch this. Now y'all see how the game just played? Look. Now y'all see why Leonora will be back at that hotel an hour later. And remind y'all, when you see her walking with Risco, Nim, when she first came up there, that was at 10 something. Now she came back an hour later, that's 11 something, going on 12 something. Right? So you see Leonora meeting up with the dude that was behind the front desk talking about blah 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 with the maintenance man. Then he going out there arguing with Risco, the red jacket, you know, like he got some type of authority. And then look. Oh, Hold on, y'all. Oh, look at this video. Ah, that's the video I just played. I need the maintenance man. I mean, where I need to go to. Right up in her. Okay, I know where I'm at now. I know where I'm at. You know what? I should play this. I got so many video busting their ass up. Shit. I can go to this video. This gonna tell everything. Look. Boom. This whole video finna tell everything. So now you know this at 12 o'clock. Like French K said. And it finna lead all the way back up to one song. Lou will be going, we know this balls, Kenneka, in that lobby at 3:15. Look. This when Kenneka would be in the lobby. Watch how everything finna escalate when Kenneka leave out the lobby. Watch this. Keep this in mind.
Him and her leave out. Now, don't forget in that article, it said that.
Now, y'all see this? 316 and this 116. This 116. Look what happened before that. Hi, y'all. Look. This at 113. So what y'all think he doing now? And Kenneka gonna be in the freezer 2 hours after this. Everybody saying, Trey Gang, you got him. Man, God working. Man, let's get the lights up and let's show the world this shit for real, bro. This why I stayed down on the case. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Look. You see what he putting behind the phone? Guess who finna grab? I seen that was suspicious. I'm like, man, why he do that? And French K finna come, boom, and grab it by the phone, and he on the phone. Then look, this when Kenneka was in the lobby. Watch this. He on the phone. Kenneka just left out with old boy. And he watching the footage, and he just got the chirp on the phone. That's probably when the attack started. Because that's when something happened. If somebody on Kenneka's phone at 120 talking about, I'm ready to go. And in this silence on her phone for 30 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Watch this. I'm gonna mute the microphone. Cause you ain't got to do nothing but just watch the video now. Since you know this at one son, we went over the police reports, statements. You heard what everybody said, bruh. No more conspiracy theories. No more conspiracy theories. No more conspiracy theories. You really think she's still in the room now? All because Lyra Norman said we got 5 more other videos. She was in the room. You see the manager. Kenneka was the first one that came to the door. It looked like some shit going down there. Man, these folks thought they role was never gonna get exposed, bruh. That's why they, look, they think they role one gonna get exploded because they thought this shit was too clever, bruh. Cause look how much digging you got to dig into this shit just to find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's why YouTubers never played none of these videos, bruh. None of these videos. None of these videos, bruh. And then look what he would be doing. What would he would be doing if he ain't no struggle going on at 123? What would be going on if Kenneka just left the lobby? You don't think a fight broke out in that time frame? You see what I'm saying? Me Teresa said, how did my daughter get out in the parking lot? Why would you ask that lady? You got to know about the parking lot theory. But when I go to the footage, I'm like, well, damn. I can see some shit going on in the parking lot, but lady, you know a lot. The lady got caught lying. Look what the front desk doing. They all working together to cover up at one song. This is why Lyra Norman said, I got 5 more other videos. Them videos on Kenneka, on Lyra Norman page, I mean on Kenneka, on Irene page and Monifa page, right? Video that she got access to cover up at one something. Watch this. Cause in 30 minutes, when they say I'm ready to go, exactly at 1:58, yeah, me too, cause the dick little. So that means the girl gonna have to die between 2 and 3 o'clock, like I always said. Watch this. Tell me what this look like now. Do the footage hit different? 2 hours off? 123, read every statement that the police put out, and then you heard what Miss Teresa said, and the reporter asking Lyra Norman, yeah, you the last one had contact with Kenneka at 1:20, and she said, nope, that wasn't me. I don't see how nobody can still be confused. There go another YouTuber. Watch how you finna see YouTuber, undercover police officer, security, celebrities, and man, bruh, all on the footage, bruh. Matter of fact, I need to play this for look how Man walk in. You see how he eyeball Man? Man is in the lobby. Came from outside in the parking lot. And Kenneka was there couple of minutes before he just came in, because y'all got to remember, Kenneka was just in that lobby 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago. And he coming from the parking lot? Yeah. Look. And you said he was deleting footage. You'll see why he'll be deleting footage if it Man coming in. What footage he been deleting? The don't show Man coming from the parking lot footage. The French came grabbing the key card behind the phone that he just recently put behind the phone. Hold up. Then the footage is still visible on the computer screen. Now watch this. If this at 1 3:25. And that's when French K said, yeah, that's when I got the notification. I ran on the elevators. And that's when they grabbed her by the elevators. Ooh, this shit finna hit different now, cause there'll be a Zaria getting off on the elevator then. You see what I'm saying? That's why Zaria will be on Kenneka's phone texting I'm ready to go and acting like a nigga getting off on the elevators. Hi, y'all. And check this out. That's not Kenneka jean jacket. Cause the real jacket, what Trey Gang exposed did.
At 3:20, she was seen on surveillance staggering, drunk near the front desk. She ain't look like she was staggering to me. Him and her leave out. When this girl walked through the lobby, I started to call her Baba because of.
She was stunned. They say she was stunned. Right. I don't believe that.
When this girl walked through the lobby, I started to call her Babas because of her hairstyle. You know, y'all know how I feel about that. It ain't for everybody.
This the jean jacket Kenneka will be wearing on this footage. And when Kenneka wear this jean jacket, she always have this jean jacket buttoned up. So who you think now when it come to this jean jacket? What is Zaria wearing, bruh? Even Kilo Brown said about the jean outfit on. She was like, yeah, y'all ain't paying attention. I see new rips and everything. We know she had on a different outfit, but we just we didn't understand what we were seeing, because we just know, man, wait a minute, that ain't the same jean out the jean jacket. Everybody knew that, cause that ain't what it showed in the freezer. You ain't finna see this jean jacket in the freezer. You can see her best friend jean jacket, what she got on right here in the freezer. See what I'm saying? Damn, we ain't even at 150 likes, and this is all facts and receipts. I can't believe it. Kenneka Jenkins can't dead, bro. I'm reading my microphone. It's over with. The game over with. I don't know what else to do after this one. I don't even know what the hell to do without this. Look how thick the girl is. Look at the jacket. Not like the jacket that we just saw. Check it out. This is why the camera's cutting off. This is why all the camera will be off at one some and skipping crazy, bruh. And that's why the time skip. That's why Lyra Norris said, yeah, she had to come up mention around 3 some instead of 2 some, because you can sell it with a Zaria walking in the lobby, bumping the walls, and the real Kenneka just left out the lobby with a dude. So which one you gonna go with now? You see that? Different jean outfit on. Look, different jacket. See that? Look at the titties. Look how big those jugs. So it all makes sense why the camera would be cut off in the kitchen at 1:36. 1:36, camera would be cut off in the freezer. They let you know they got plans to putting her in the freezer, and that's why you got the other assistant beverage manager on the footage walking in, looking for the front desk, cause he looking for who? Lenny. So this finna show you if they was already in the freezer taking pictures and caught the timestamp on the girl watch at 3:15. So you see what all the panicking about. You know what I'm saying? You see all of this. Ain't no more speculation of, ooh, I think he knows some, or oh, he gotta know something. He pacing back and forth. You know why he pacing back and forth now. That's why you got another employee at the front desk. At the front desk, gang. Looking for who? And y'all want to know what's the crazy part about this? Because if you go back and just watch the original 36-hour footage that's already up, watch this jump from September the 8th. It will paint a clear picture leading up to how she got in that freezer. Because at this point, it looked like Kenneka was at the Crown Plaza at one point in time and ended up in a DoubleTree and came back to the Crown Plaza to meet up with somebody, and the girl get assaulted in the parking lot and ended up in the freezer. That's why King Ron like. And then look, if you go to the police frequency, they said it in the call. Yeah, can you go to Crown Plaza? We got assault in the battery. We got assault in the battery. And guess what time the assault in the battery said they needed 2 girls and need to be transported. Look what time this finna fit. Look what time it's fitting. So let's be honest. Look who finna be walking right behind the guys. Check this out. And that's at 150 when they said, yeah, the dick looks small. Cause they already said I'm ready to go at 120. Look who finna show up. Boom. Watch this. Look at this. Who is that? Look who that is and look who this person is. Employees. Look right here. You see that? Look. Employees sneaking out with them the whole time. They all going work. Then you got the security red jacket. Booyah! You got the security red jacket there now. Damn. Look, y'all, to kill all conspiracy theory, look what be going on at 2 o'clock. You see what be going on at 2 o'clock? Remind y'all, Kenneka got a picture in the freezer saying her watch say 3:15. We all see what Shemaya was up to. Bree up to. We all see that. Look at the front desk. What do you think was going on at 2 o'clock? In 30 minutes, Miss Risa will be calling the hotel. Man, look, the truth don't need no help. Look, you know what time this is? 2:06. So that means this when they will be. Man, look, the truth don't need no help. That means that she will be, if she got attacked in the parking lot round between the hours of 1 some, right? And the attack happened round 1 some, probably going on 2, because we don't know when the fight might start in the parking lot, because they could have walked around the building. They could take about a minute or 2, or they could have went outside, talked a little bit, argued a little bit before a fight escalate. But I can tell you one goddamn thing, how she end up in that goddamn pool at what time frame. Cause Bree coming back in that motherfucker on that phone, and she got pep in the step. And he watching everything. And the way he panicking and movement, now I know, oh, a fight broke out. She in the pool area. That's how she would end up in the pool area, because at that time the pool supposed to be closed. Only way you can have access to the pool is somebody made duplicated keys. We already seen who made duplicated keys. Front desk. Guess who grabbed them? Friends K. Friends K son Trey got a letter. Hey, they told me come to the pool, and I was instructed to stay there with the body. So that means her body would be right here in the pool area at 2-some before they move her to the freezer at 3-some. But y'all want to know what's the crazy part about it? Because if you look at the body again that's in the freezer, Kenneka face wide, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of photoshopping shit going on, right? It look like the girl already been embalmed it to me. Organs already moved and all this, right? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong at that time. But if you think about the 6, this would make sense. The nigga came there on the 6. And she went to Irene's birthday party. There would be T.Y. in them live video. Kenneka would come back up at the hotel. Hold on. This the part right here, gang. Ooh wee. You see what time this is? 2:09. Hit the panic button. Guess who finna respond to the panic button? Let's see who finna show up at the front desk when he hit that panic button at 2-some. 2:10. This at 2:10. And remind you, you gotta think about Miss Teresa lawsuit. Yeah, Miss Teresa called the hotel at 2-something. Asking, check the camera. At 2-something, check the cameras. Look what be going on at 2-something. See that? Look what be going on at 2-something. Think about what the lawyer said. The lawyer said the family was notified immediately when Kenneka came up missing. So when you think about 2-something, think about Miss Teresa called the hotel at 2-something. Think about we seen Kenneka in the lobby at 1:15. 1:15. Then 2-something. And then look, you got Friends Cave on the move, sleeves rolled up and everything. Right? Boom, on the phone. On the phone. Check it out. Then look how he on the, check it out. Watch this. Boy, he finna be on that phone a couple of times. So it's 2:10. Friends K just dipped out of there, went to the pool area. That's why Monique would come back, throw her hands up like this. You're like, fuck. Now y'all got to move her from the pool area to the freezer. That's why she would be going to the front there. Look what was in Monique's hand when she came to the front desk. Look what's in her hand. Look at all that. What's that? Boom. That means Kenneka will be in the pool, so they came on the camera to play it off. They go to White Chick. Remember, 54 Key threw us off again about this White Chick. This is why 54 Key threw us off with Ball. To convince the public, that's not Kenneka. Because we don't want the public to know this Kenneka in that lobby for real at that time. And the hours off 2 hours. And they're really going to expose my narrative in 54 Key voice. Then when you see the White Chick, this at 2:20, right? This when the news reporter asked Leonora about the white chick. Now, keep this in mind, everybody coming from the pool. Now, this white chick with the white tee on, and we know 54 Key made content about this white chick. Because you see, she threw us off. Because look what's showing on the footage. How she got in the freezer. See that? White chick, just the earpiece in her ear. Look, check this out. You see, she just the earpiece in her ear. Look at the earpiece in her ear. Let me adjust that. Let me walk off. You see what I'm saying? Man, if you look at this footage, the way I'm presenting it, Kenneka's body is in the pool area. They finna move the body to the freezer. Cause at this point, this at 2:20. Kenneka watch gonna say 3:15. They got a whole hour to move the body. So won't this make sense if this at 2:20 and we got to calculate, okay, she gonna be in that freezer on her back at 3:15 and the police took pictures of the photo? Let's see what that footage finna show right quick. Watch this. Boom. White chick. Bam. Look. Watch how everybody finna post her. Look. Everybody is intense right now. Check it out. Watch this. You got a whole hour now. Now you got a whole hour before they stage her body in the freezer. That's not working. That's not cold. So this been the rule that hypothermia and frozen part out of it. Cause when she was in that pool, whatever she was fighting at, if you was fighting, you see what I'm saying? If you was fighting, your body temperature gonna rise. You see what I'm saying? And you can fool a lot of people. Just say if me and T.Y. get to fight right now and we getting a good fight in, body temperature rise, right? And we in the pool area and it's a gym right there. So next thing you know, what if he hit me in the head with something and knock me out cold and I'd be on the ground, and you know how when you on the ground, your body freeze up weird in a weird position. If I die from a blunt force trauma, my body gonna freeze like that. That's why most murder was when they hit people with a blunt force trauma to the head. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got to stage a crime scene, because the person can die in the same position because your body heat temperature rise. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't know if you didn't look up how rigor mortis, because you can stage a rigor mortis. Like you see Kenneka in the freezer, I won't even be surprised that's how she would land when the person was on top of her, choking her, and she was grabbing her neck. And she had a grip on somebody or something. You know what I'm saying? And her foot, she could have been kicking and fighting. You see what I'm saying? So it had to be blunt force trauma to the head with strangulation. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at Kenneka's death photo when she on her back with her pocket turned out, they look like a murder. You see what I'm saying? But when you see the image of her laying face down, and you could, they're gonna make it look like an accident. So that's why they had to flip the body. If they took pictures of the watch on her back showing 3:15, go back to the footage. Think like a examiner. Well, let me go back to 3:15. If they did tamper with the timestamp, this would show you what's on that footage. You got Bree on the phone. You know Bree gonna be in contact with Miss Teresa because she admit that. Yeah, that's why they looking down at the desk. You know what I'm saying? They looking for something before they get down there. You see what I'm saying? So now look who coming in the lobby. That's the cold part about it. You gotta pay attention, cause look who coming. Look, he on the phone, he on the twerk. They finna go downstairs, right? And this why Miss Teresa said Yeah, calling the hotel and talked to security and said, can you check the camera? Never said my daughter was missing. None of that. She called and this on file said, can y'all check those cameras? Guess what the cameras finna show? Right? And keep this in mind, we already saw the maintenance man. Guess what the maintenance man and the other dude at this time? That's why you can manipulate the footage, because look who you got coming out the back right here. See that? Mm-hmm. Check it out. Now they got to split up. Guess where they finna go? Now you finna see, like, look, boom, this how we finna get her out the pool area and place her in the freezer. And guess what? How much time you got? You still got damn near an hour to do this. Now you got an hour to do this. Now you got an hour. So when the time skip on the footage, it don't feel like an hour. Cause the time skip, you know what I'm saying, and all this. And when it skip 30 minutes, and then when it skip that 30 minutes, skip for another 30 minutes, you don't even feel the full hour. Just like these, look, here go other family members and friends right here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, that's why they will be coming in playing it off. Look how they playing it off. You can see these same people on Miss Teresa friend list. See that? Look, watch this. That's why, check this out. Look at Shemaya's sleeve. Boy, she got that walkie-talkie in there, don't it? Look. Boom, play it off. You see that? Look at the sleeves. Mm-hmm. Watch this. You gotta place her in the freezer. This why Straight Drop came in and said there was no pool. Man, the thumb better go up on this one, Jack. Man, the thumbs better go up on this one, because that man Straight Drop came for me with this pool theory. Look how the pool theory finna come back up to this, bro. If it ain't the truth, it will never come back up. So this finna show you how she finna come out the pool and who carry her out the pool. They needed them to carry her out the pool, right? While the staff would be off the camera communicating with them on walkie-talkies at Tucson. So Miss Teresa gonna be interfering and be calling the hotel at the same time. How would she know already? Because the lawyer said Miss Teresa was already notified moments after Kenneka missed. Not many hours later, soon when they report her missing. And guess when time they reported Kenneka missing? At 1 something, left by the elevators that went back to go get the keys in the phone. Cause remind y'all, they're supposed to be at 2 something. In the beginning, it's supposed to be at 2 something. When they switched the story, they switched it up to 3 something. Now, Living Nora story come in with the video. But when you knock 2 hours off the footage, 3 something go back to 1 something. This when the elevator footage would be like, yeah, let's stage Kenneka come out room 926, and French K said they snatched and grabbed her and all this and put on the elevators and went to different floors. But before that happened, Kenneka coming from the parking lot to the lobby and meeting up with a dude. Now I think about P's conversation when they were like, yeah, how Kenneka come up missing? Oh man, we thought she left with a dude. That was the truth, cause it sounded like she did left with a dude when you look at the footage. Like, damn, she did leave with a dude. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Then you got 54 Keys, like that's not Kenneka, that's Bobo's, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Threw everybody off, cause that's when Kenneka was in that lobby at one some. Then you got Azaria stage and looking like her, getting off on the elevator, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they want to stage, be like, let's show a video of somebody getting grabbed and snatching the elevator and make it look like Gang Gang them did it. You know what I'm talking about? There you go. That's all they did. Check this out. Look. So when you think about one some, this is what the police confirmed with a lie, with the truth involved. This is what Miss Teresa confirmed by telling a lie, but also revealing the truth. Look, one some. Kenneka left by the elevator and they went to go get the phone. In the original Sergeant Rose report. And this a camera on that 9th floor was seen it. Let me play this video while I'm explaining it. So at some point in time, they gotta switch the narrative up on the video, cause you can't show this shit in real time with the real receipt. Cause look what this would show. At Tucson. It's still gonna look. So this gonna make it look like, oh yeah, they was ready to go and they was leaving. And Kenneka was left behind on the elevator, and this the time that she pressed the elevators and went down to the lower level and walked towards the kitchen area and got lost and walked in the freezer. That would be at Tucson what we just saw right there. That would fit the narrative. So y'all left her in the front of the they said they left her downstairs. And they said when she realized she got the phone, they went back upstairs. Cause they want y'all to believe they left her downstairs. Right? And then what Miss Teresa said they left her downstairs. If you play this video, you will see why. Kenneka was downstairs in the lobby with the same people. Same people in the lobby. Look, that you finna see in this lobby. Ain't that the same people right here? That's the same people. Look. So boom. This at 228. 228. Now you see why he panicking. Cause that's when everything going down. You just can't move a body to one place to another place, then wait in 2 minutes. Cameras rolling. Everybody need to play a role to make it smooth. So this is gonna have to take about an hour. And you dealing with a dead body. You gotta treat that body like real careful, bruh. Cause when that body loses life, it's gonna expose the crime scene. It's gonna tell you, damn, I could tell this body been moved. Look how many positions this body was in. The blood supposed to be her, asphyxiation supposed to be her. And when it comes to the time, we know it take, when your body die, it's gonna take at least 15 hours for full rigor mortis to settle in. If you know where rigor mortis start from where? The top of the head or the bottom of the feet? If you thinking top of the head, rigor mortis gonna slowly creep down to the feet. You know what I'm saying? If you thinking from the feet, think about rigor mortis setting from the feet, going to the head. If you did your research, you know what answer, you know what I'm saying? So when you think about the crime scene photos, think about why. That's why her leg kicked up the way it is. Cause if her leg kicked up like that, that's just showing Kenneka in the fight mode at that time. You know what I'm saying? Her body was in fight mode, fighting off the tackle, and that tackle strangulated her. You know what I'm saying? And when he was strangulating her and hit her, and she had blunt force trauma and froze in that fighting position. So when she froze in that fighting position, right? Your body temperature still high, and all of this. Keep this in mind. Once you die in that fighting position, your body temperature finna drop. So you still gonna be in that position. So guess what they had to do? They moved her body still in that positioning from the pool area. And if you think about what French K said, it looked like it was assault going on around about this pool area because chairs were out of place. It looked like it was a struggle. And he said it was like it was a fight in the pool. So maybe never nothing happened in the parking lot and something happened in the pool. You see what I'm saying? So look, when they moved her in the freezer, that's why she would still have nails on her, plastic bags on her nails. And she still wet. Still wet. And when the police got involved, like, nah, y'all can't place her like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause when they place her in the freezer, that's how they place her in the freezer, on her back. So the police had to come in with their blue gloves on, flip the body, and to be like, look, she was laying face down. Cause if you lay her face down in that same position, it look like, goddamn, the girl laid on her face. You know what I'm saying? If you look at when they flip the body, look how it would look like then. You see what I'm saying? So watch this. Boom, ain't he on the phone? Better not be with Miss Teresa. See, cause when he got off that phone, he jumped straight on the walkie-talkie. See that? Boom. Yeah. Look. This finna go on what time? And this finna go, this 2:42. 2:42, we ain't even at 3:15 yet. And look what's going on in the footage. Hi y'all. Look, on the radio. On the radio. Coming out the kitchen. And this at 2:43. Guess what Monique and them at? In the kitchen area, because they just left out the hotel. Went in that direction. Boom. Now look how these people mysteriously just popping up on the footage. And look, just pay attention why this going on. A murder going on in a hotel right now. Right now. Boom. Biting his bottom lip, sucking his jaws. 2:44, going on 3. That's a perfect timing when they in the kitchen placing her in there. Scrapping the plastic bag off that girl, putting her in there. Don't it, man? Don't it look like that? So watch this. Man, I'm so cold with this shit. Cause the whole time, when you go back to this, look, gang.
You were the manager, okay.
You was here Friday night.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Yeah, I've been here 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. And we just seen what happened at 1 o'clock. Check this out. This David Pena, right? Here go the brother. I told y'all they watching me. Make sure. You see that, gang? Oh, this is for real. Some of these people gonna look familiar to a lot of people. Yeah, buddy. Keep this in mind. I was being nosy. Searching on Facebook, Kenneka Martin. Oh, y'all remember this name? Nobody don't know nothing about this name, but type that name in. You'll see what's going on. But guess what interesting? Cornell, C. Neal, Mitchell, Dion, Hardeman, T.Y. Sanders, and Leonora Harris. Bradley. Leonora Bradley. Not Leonora Harris, but Leonora Bradley. Hold up. Oh, I want to know why his name popped up. Do he look familiar? Do he look familiar, right? Hold up. See that? And Dirk made a song about Kenneka telling everybody she was sacrificed. They starving. They ain't grieving. We don't believe in Jesus. Look. September the 13th. Oh my God, y'all remember we tried to rob the Chinese man out the order and all? Why would you talk like this on September 13th, 2017? Shakira Garrett. Look. 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 Big sis, super amazing mother, super amazing sister, super amazing daughter, super amazing God-fearing child of God. My big girl list goes on and on. Taking booty pictures. You just got your booty done. You was already thick, but you got more enhancements. So look. Man, gang, I'ma just put it like this here. Here go the photos of the watch. And this to show you proof. Right here. If Kenneka watch say 315, look how she was posted. Breast exposed. Top dirty. Look at her hair. No, it wasn't flat iron straight. And think about those Bantu knots, 54 keys. This what the Bantu knots look like if you take them, if you take it down. I know that for a fact. Right? So that's why the hair will be different in the crime scene photo. Cause guess what you witnessed of her in the lobby at one time with a totally another hairstyle. Right? So they actually took a picture of the watch that was still working and wasn't thinking about the time at that time when they were taking pictures. They were just concerned about taking photos and staging the crime scene, right? So the tag catches the watch, and once you get to this watch, it's the same band. It's the same band, right? So this watch was still ticking when they took it off the body, and they show you they exactly took it off the body at 9 o'clock. So you gotta watch her saying 3:15. Cause this can't be 3:15 on the 10th when you watch the surveillance footage when the law's in the freezer, snapping photos. Now you see why they had the technician in there snapping photos, cause they made a big mistake of the watch. So that's why they had to stage let's go make her take photos. And now they gotta explain, well look, the watch say 9 o'clock. Why would the watch say it wouldn't make sense if this say 3:15 September the 10th and this watch saying 9 o'clock? So that means this would be at 9 o'clock September the 9th. On the 10th. And you got to explain that. Like, well, why would it be on September 9th? You already pulled out the freezer medical exam together. That won't sound right. It makes sense when you be like, damn, they stayed at crime scene at 3:15, took pictures September 9th, and later on that day at 9 o'clock, they were taking photos of the watch still on the plastic bag, and Miss Teresa is seen on video giving The police giving her the evidence of the watch. And that time say at 5 something in September 19th. September 10th at 5 something in the morning. So look. So when Miss Teresa was like, yeah, when she got in her feelings, cause y'all know the Kenneka Jenkins case hot. Look how much pressure this lady was feeling for her to say, yeah. Allegedly, her body was found in the freezer, y'all, at 10:14. So at 10:14, you mean to tell me 2 hours before you was they told you she was discovered in the freezer? Cause y'all remember Miss Teresa said they told her they notified her when they was in the freezer at 1 something in the morning. If you knock 2 hours off that, don't they go back to 10 something? Pow! They go back to 10 something. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at Miss Teresa, that's when they had to flip the body, and Miss Teresa know they was tamper in with the corpse, so she can expose them of they crooked deep. Like, yes, if I really tell the truth, I tell y'all who flipped the body, cause y'all on the camera with gloves on, flipping the body and bringing evidence towards the freezer. And Roma responded with like, well, let's just show your ass running out the ballroom then with the time frame saying, yeah, this happened at and kept that timestamp in conspiracy mode. So now look, you got something to talk about. Look what this crime scene to show. At 3:15. At 3:15. I want to know what that timestamp show when they flipped the body. Cause when you look at the crime scene again, if you look at Kenneka, the whole jacket wet. This ain't even the same jacket. This ain't even the same jacket on the obituary. This her best friend jacket. Her best friend jacket. That's why Miss Teresa made it a big deal and tried to play victim, but like, yeah, where's Kenneka clothes? I have not received. Why does it take so long to get Kenneka clothes? It was all a part of the setup. You know what I'm saying? Cause them wasn't her clothes that she had on. That was her best friend, John. That's why Living On was like, yeah, we got to change the clothes. Can you get the dog sitting out there? Why would you want to sit the best friend dog sitting? No, that ain't, if that ain't the jacket, if that ain't what Kenneka wore, how the dog gonna pick up where the body was? So goddamn, the police told Living On, man, you cut that shit out. You green. You fucking us up. You fucking the whole investigation up. You really just dry snitch, cause now you finna have everybody thinking that at some point in time Kenneka had on a different outfit. You see what I'm saying? Cause you saying you got to change the clothes in the car. Don't you know anything you can say that it could be used against you in the near future? Now look how different that sound. I got to change the clothes in Kenneka trunk. You see what I'm saying? You got change your clothes in the trunk. Why? Do Kenneka look like that she just ride around with extra clothes in the car? If she don't, why the Susa would have extra clothes in the car? And then look, if you were reading the investigation and follow what the lawyer said, all the evidence proving they never went back to the house when all this was going on, when the murder happened, these people never went back to the house to get no change of clothes. Leonora had on the same outfit. And they put a filter on it because she had a purple bandana on her head, and when they put a filter on it, it changed into like a pink. When y'all see the lady in the pink shirt, the trans lady, it wasn't pink, it was a purple shirt. You see what I'm saying? Leonora felt the pressure so hard. That's why she said, how was my sister her when she left out the hotel? Why would you even say that? Why would you even got to ask that question? The her wasn't even, this is like my homeboy went out, you know what I'm saying, somewhere, and they were like, yeah, man, you know your homeboy got shot multiple times. I'm like, what? How was this her? People gonna be like, what you mean how was her? How was this her when they were getting shot and stuff? So they're gonna make you think like, why would you could be concerned about the her if it ain't no hairstylist involved? You see what I'm saying? And the hairstylist traced back to the best friend. You see what I'm saying? Then you would see why, like, damn, it ain't nothing to do. Check this out. Man, look, I done seen girls, you goddamn it, you know what I'm saying, when I be hanging out, you know, with my lady friends, you know what I'm saying, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you in the house, right, female gonna be like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying, I whip your hair up right quick, you know what I'm saying, bam, you know what I'm saying, you could, just like me, you know, they do my hair, bam, Trey Gang, I can go to her house right now and leave out her house with a whole nother hairstyle. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, let me, you know what I'm saying, trim you up right quick, Trey Gang. Yeah, bam, Jay, gonna trim you up in my side right quick. Boom, oh man, I like the blend, and then man, now I'm coming out fire. This is like a dude with an afro. You got an afro, and you go over side chick house, right? You go over side chick house, and that side chick finna braid your hair. Boom, you braid your hair. Boom, that could be a setup. Get him over here and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do your hair. Boom. And you do his hair, and then when he, you know what I'm saying, and when he leave out the door, you know what I'm saying, boom, he gets shot, boom, 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 boom. So when they go back to the crime scene, police get involved, you know what I'm saying, and do a little investigation, look at the hairstyle when he left the house, right? So when he goes somewhere and get his hair braided by a side piece, you know what I'm saying, and the girlfriend, just say it could be a little triangle, they just, man, you gotta think, bruh. This is like a female setting me up, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do your hair. Come over there look like a werewolf. You know what I'm saying? I'm on surveillance foot, look like a werewolf. Next thing you know what I'm saying? I get my hair done and I'm looking like a goddamn beast now. You know what I'm saying? Man, I look like the beast now. Cause you know the beast always keep it broody. That's why they made the movie after me, Broody and the Beast. Cause they were trying to do some research. Like, how the fuck this nigga look like a goddamn dragon? You know what I'm saying? And he got a swan out here. Like, what the hell is going on? So that's just like, if a female send me up, I go get my hair done, and this thing, you know, I get shot, boom, 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 and then the police come back and ask her like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, what happened? You know what I'm saying, how y'all find them? You know, and all this, and then she end up saying how was it her was, and cause she don't want to come back to her, but like, well, look, he had to been shot and his hair had been done, and you said he was last year, you know, so you must have to do his hair. No, but I don't know nothing. He came over here with his hair already done. So next thing you know, surveillance footage across the street catch me on the ringtone, some shit, you know what I'm saying, with my hair ain't done till I went into her house. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying, gang. But yeah, I'm finna get on up out of here. This be a part 2. And I'm gonna look at it like this here. If this just ain't exposed everything what we saw on the footage and how she got in the freezer, that just let me, well, I already know ain't no justice for Kenneka, bro. And don't be mad when I say that. Cause this was enough tea to get everybody stirred up again, even other YouTubers, to get back in, and they ain't gonna do it. Cause look what you gonna have to do. Expose the family, police corruption, FBI, mob ties, all the partying over with hotel parties and with all these people. All that's finna be over with, and a lot of money finna go down. No. You will never, they system too strong. You know what I'm saying? It's too strong, bro. But pay y'all Trey Gang now. Trey Gang, love y'all, man. Y'all be cool.